You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app today for the latest odds and offers. 18 plus. BeGambler.org. We are talking ticket prices in England. Are you being priced out going to watch your team? 03 717 22 3344. Let's go to Paul, who's a West Ham fan. All right, Paul?
P-Dog.
Evening, guys.
How are you, Paulie? You good?
All good. Nothing bad.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I mean, look, what do you want to say on this?
Well, I thought I was going to talk to the guys that was on before you two, and now I'm talking to two ex-footballers, so it'd be like turkeys voting for Christmas. I mean, when a fan's going to be a kickback on players' wages and the salaries and the money that's being spent on players now is an absolute fortune. And when a supporter's going to have a little kickback at the actual players. I mean, we had the concessions problem at West Ham, and thankfully we won that battle, but it was all aimed at the club, and I can't stand the ownership of my club, but it's got to stop with the players. When are we going to start kicking back at the players? How much money they're on, and how much their salaries on, and even the young kids coming to the clubs now, they're on an absolute fortune.
No, I agree with that.
But
the problem you've got though is the players can demand it because the salaries have been there, and the clubs are willing to offer it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But how come fans, we're moaning how much it's costing to go to football, and we're blaming the clubs. But really, we've got to start blaming the players, because the players are demanding those wages.
Yeah, well, what's the answer? Paul, what does that look like? Because
many years ago, didn't they? Jimmy had this cap waging on players and stuff like that. I think that would be very difficult to do, but somewhere along the line, we've got to look at ourselves and think we're paying too much, because the players in Germany are not getting the kind of salaries that they're getting in the Premier League.
No, because the Premier League's the richest league in the world.
Yeah, exactly. But somewhere we've got to kick back and say, hold on a minute. The players are the reason we're paying so much to watch our game of football.
I don't know. See, Paul, you're not wrong, but I don't know how this plays out, because all the players you're talking. Okay, let's talk about Jarrod Bowen, right? You're a West Ham fan, okay?
Yeah.
Right. Let's say Jarrod Bowen goes in. He's your best player. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Best player. He comes up for renewing a new contract. Right?
Yeah.
He's going to know what his worth is. He'll understand the worth. His agent will have a worth, and he'll go to West Ham and they'll say, "This is what I want." And West Ham going, if you're in the ball, say, "We're not going to pay that." What do you think Jarrod Bowen is going to do?
Jarrod Bowen would go for more money, obviously.
Yeah, I know. And then your team suffers. And then Paul, the West Ham fan, phones us up at the sports bar saying, "Why are we letting our best players go?" That conversation will take place.
He's got to go across the league. How come Germany are not paying the same wages that we are?
Because they don't have as much money as we do.
And the same as Italy.
But they don't have the money
as we do.
I know, but globally, the Premier League is the richest club in the world. It brings in the most revenue globally. So the teams in the Premier League,
it is
got the most money.
Due to the TV rights.
Yep.
Not necessarily because of the quality of football, because the quality of football this season has been awful.
Yeah, I agree with that. But you're right. The TV money, the revenue. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
I'm saying it's a behemoth, the Premier League. It is an absolute behemoth. And the money that it brings in, how much it's worth, it's only right the players get paid the most, because they're the ones that we're paying to watch. That's who we pay to watch. We pay to watch the players.
But the problem is, it goes, how many squad players is there now? And they're all extortionate wages, the whole lot of them.
I don't know how it plays out.
And the kids are coming in at 17, 18 and getting massive contracts. Absolute fortune. And I understand the clubs are businesses and stuff like that, but sometimes we're going to have to kick back on the players a little bit and say, hold on a minute, we're paying a fortune to watch you because you're getting paid a fortune. And I say, we had the thing with the concessions. We got West Ham with the concessions, and the club saying, well, we're going to take away the concessions because we're going to put them... But no one is saying, hold a minute, the reason they're putting the bloody tickets up is because they're fortunate what the players are on. And some of them are substandard now. This year, some of the players throughout the league have been substandard. But they're still getting extortionate wages.
Paul, I tend to agree with you. I think that the best players in the league, like your Jarrod Bowens at West Ham, they can demand the money because they're the best players. I do think it has got a little bit out of control, that the squad players and the young players now, some players not even in the first team on 25, 30 grand a week.
Oh, and some.
It's got out of control.
Easily.
And, I kind of agree with him. If you're the best player in the team, you're playing week in, week out, you don't mind because they deserve it because they're doing the business. You get a lot of average players in the Premier League now earning 50, 60 grand a week.
Well, you do. That's the collateral damage. You're going to have to. There has to be a squad. There's going to be players that aren't worth what we think. But if they don't give it to them, West Ham doesn't give him that money. He'll go and find it somewhere else. Then they will pay him. And the problem you'll have is that West Ham fans will be phoning up. You know, Paul, for example, one day might phone up if West Ham have a relegation fight, and the reason they ain't paying the wages. That's why you're in a relegation. So there's your. It's a vicious circle.
Yeah. Right. Paul, thanks for your call. Great call. Let's go to Charlie's Aston Villa fan, Charles.
Right, Chaz.
Evening, lads. You all right?
All right, Chaz.
I'm all right, Charles. I'm all right. How you feeling? I mean, listen, for you at the moment, Aston Villa, you're having to spend a fortune, I'm guessing, if you want to go and watch them play.
If you want to hear how we get ripped off, mate, my boy wanted to go to the 2 games at home, Celtic and Bayern Munich. £93 a ticket, right? I wouldn't pay it. We went to Leipzig in December, 160 quid each, mate. We went to Bruce 3 weeks ago in the car, £125 each, mate. How's that work? £160 Leipzig, 2-day trip, mate. £31 on a train through 2 countries from Prague to Leipzig and back, 4-hour journey. Cost you £120 here, mate, from there to Newcastle. £31 return there. We just get ripped. Mate. There's no other way about it. We're getting ripped. And the worst thing, we all love football. We loved it from back in the day. We love it now. 20 years from the day when we're all gone.
Do you know what annoys Charles? You know what annoys me as well? You know, like people are not stupid who own these businesses, these booking websites and all that. You know, when say Aston Villa are playing abroad, they're playing in, I don't know, Leipzig, right, in Germany. They'll know all of a sudden that fixture's coming up. All the hotel rooms in Leipzig.
Oh, mate, the price of
they're doubled in price.
Oh, EasyJet and Ryanair, mate. Don't worry about that.
They double the price of the flights. They double the price of the hotels.
Sorry to cut you. In Leipzig, we pay £50 for a Premier League bang outside Leipzig station. The tickets we bought on I think Jay mentioned it earlier, StubHub, is it?
Right,
third-party site.
Yeah.
£55 we paid for the ticket. Got to the ground, the ticket was invalid. Went to the ticket office at Leipzig. The bloke who sold the ticket on StubHub is banned for life, right? And they give us a ticket, €21, mate, each. €21 for a ticket for a Champions League game, and they want £93 to watch us 7 more from the house. Yeah, it's just a rip-off, but we pay because we love it.
And the football
but the problem is he's paying, Joel.
Because we love our football.
What do? You don't go and watch your team play in the Champions League. It's a journey that every Aston Villa fan wants to go on.
There's no way Aston Villa are going to go down the road to watch Birmingham if it's cheaper. They're simply not. They're not going to do that. They need their fix. They need their club. Every single supporter out there has their team, and there's no way that they're not going to go and see. I mean, Liverpool, right? But you're hearing all sorts of stories of the final day of the season when they're going to lift the Premier League. Go for 20 grand some tickets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you think of that. There's going to be someone out there, maybe not 20, but there's someone out there that's going to pay thousands to be at Anfield.
Yeah.
You're right there, mate. Yeah. A little burp up.
Yeah. Felt a bit ropey. But if you pay that, I just think you're an idiot.
I know, but that's what the football fan does, mate. Football fans will do anything to go and watch their team. Sometimes, like, I've got friends of mine that go, like Liverpool fans, they might go over to Madrid, won't even have a ticket. They just want to be in Madrid. They just want to go, just be there. They just fly out there just to be part of that atmosphere. Yeah. That's what football fans do. It's a drug.
It's just who we are, mate.
And the problem you've got is that the clubs know it. They know you're not going to go anywhere else. They've got to keep going back to your ground. Got to keep going back to your club.
So who's to blame?
I just don't know if there's an answer, mate. This conversation has been kicking around now for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
Hasn't it? And things haven't got cheaper. I mean, you say Chelsea is cheaper. It's still expensive. You're still paying 60, 70 quid to go and watch.
£64.
You're still paying, Chelsea. Right? You're still paying. That's not cheap, right? You try and do that every 2 weeks. And you're taking 2 kids. Food. You know, you're not getting much change out of 400 quid there.
No.
Travel.
I took my sons. I got 3 tickets to go and watch Tottenham Liverpool. 3 kids and me, 400 quid.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. And that's, you know.
And got beat 6-3. 6 we conceded.
I know, but that you can't odds that, right? You know, the result. You know what I mean?
400 quid to watch a shit 6 goals at home.
I thought you said someone else then. I thought it was a bit harsh, Jay. You can't say that in Australia. Shit.
But you can't blame the standard on the pitch. You pay your money.
Take your chance.
You take your chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might get 0-0. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what you're going to get. And But it's hard. People come away from grounds a lot of the time disappointed. The money they spent.
The only way there is a movement, isn't there, where a lot of football fans went out. There was there were loads of supporters that met up a couple of weeks ago. Can't remember what teams it were, but they joined up together and they made a stand saying that we put out banners. Someone will tell us exactly what that was. The only way that is the football fan gets together, but I don't know how that works.
Well, there's got to be more incentives from the club, isn't there? Well, you know, if they ain't going to change the price of a ticket, then change something which helps the fan get there. Helps the fan, you know, if you buy a ticket, you get a free burger. You know, like something.
It's burgers for you, isn't it?
It's always a burger. But, you know, like, give us something. Give people an incentive to go, all right, you know what, I've got to pay the money because that's the ticket price these days, but I'm going to get this incentive out of it. Get free travel. You know?
I'm sure there are things that clubs could do to soften the blow.
Right. Let us know. Have your say. 03717 22 344.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.